اسکات ریتر، افسر پیشین ارتش آمریکا، در این ویدئو ارزیابی‌های تازه‌ای درباره جنگ 12 روزه و توان موشکی ایران ارائه می‌دهد. او در بخشی از تحلیل خود به نکته قابل تأمل اشاره می‌کند، اینکه ایران موفق به بومی سازی نسخه‌ای از موشک اورشنیک روسی شده، موضوعی که اگر صحت داشته باشد می‌تواند یکی از مهمترین تحولات در حوزه بازدارندگی ایران به شمار رود. به گفته اسکات ریتر، در طول جنگ 12 روزه فرماندهان ارتش اسرائیل به نتانیاهو هشدار می‌دادند که ایران اوضاع را از کنترل آنها خارج کرده و روند نبرد را کاملا برهم زده. او تاکید می‌کند بخش مهمی از این شرایط به دلیل استفاده ایران از موشک‌های جدید و ناشناخته در روزهای پایانی جنگ بود. موشک‌هایی که اسرائیل هیچ شناختی از آنها نداشت و به همین دلیل هم خسارات گسترده‌ای متحمل شد. او نتیجه می‌گیرد با توجه به این تجربه و شوک و آسیب ناشی از آن، نمی‌توان وقوع یک جنگ مجدد میان ایران و اسرائیل را امری قطعی دانست.
At the end of the war, the Iranians were hitting targets that were causing Israel great pain. The Israelis are starting to come out and sort of admit that there were more targets hit than they're admitting, and it did cause them a lot of concern. And the senior leadership was telling Netanyahu, if we continue, they're really, really, really going to mess us up. Really going to mess us up. We have to stop this war now. We have lost control of the outcome. You see, the Iranians started the conflict by firing their 20 and 30-year-old missiles, just drowning out the system, overwhelming the system. But these were capabilities already known to the Israelis because there was True Promise 1 and True Promise 2. The Israelis collected the debris from. So, they were familiar. But near the end of the war, Iran started deploying different missiles, either older missiles with new warhead configurations or newer hypersonic missiles. And these were having great effect. But the Israelis, of course, will be looking at the radar data, the telemetry data, Mazin, all the different clues they can come in, including the physical debris on the ground. And they're doing that. But Iran didn't deploy all of their systems. And what was happening at the end of the war is Iran would start to introduce a new system that just cut through their defenses like a hot knife through butter. Bam, took down a building. The Israelis don't know anything about these. They don't have enough data. They don't have a solution. And Iran has been building newer and newer missiles. I'll get on to, I can't call it a secret because the Iranians don't tell me anything. But my assessment is that, because there was like, why doesn't Russia sell the Iranians the Oreshnik missile? If the Russians are really good friends of Iran, they'd give Iran the Oreshnik missiles. And the Iranians are going, oh, we got it. We don't call it Oreshnik, but it does the same thing. They got it. So I'm not one of these people that think that war is automatic. I think there's a lot of bluffing going on, a lot of posturing going on. But I don't think that war is automatic because unless there's something new to offer that reasserts Israeli superiority, and it isn't the inclusion of American firepower. The Israelis, at the end of the day, are realists, very much so. And I think the realists who are advising Netanyahu about Iran are telling him and telling the Mossad leaders, the Mossad's very well plugged into Iran, saying the conditions that we were hoping would manifest themselves during the 12-day war back in June, they no longer exist. In fact, if we try, it's going to backfire on us. They hit Iran with everything they had, and Iran's still standing and started coming after them, and they had to call pause on the bar fight. Why would Israel want to start a bar fight with that same person? Their punch has only gotten weaker, and that guy's been lifting weights and getting a little bit stronger ever since. So I'm not somebody who believes I could be dead wrong. We could wake up tomorrow and find the Israelis attacking Iran, and that's it. But when I look at everything in the aggregate, I don't see the immediate risk of war.
موشک اورشنیک یک موشک بالستیک هایپرسونیک است، یعنی موشک مافوق صوت. سرعت آن بیش از 10 ماخ است، یعنی 3 کیلومتر در ثانیه و بیش از 12,000 کیلومتر در ساعت. این موشک قدرت تخریبی بسیار بالایی دارد. دارای 6 کلاهک مجزاست که هر یک حامل مهمات بسیار سنگین است و میتواند به صورت مستقل به سمت اهداف جداگانه هدایت شود. یعنی هر موشک اورشنیک میتواند 6 هدف مستقل را منهدم کند. موضوعی که راهگیری آن را برای پدافندها بسیار سخت و عملاً غیر ممکن میکند. بر اساس برخی گزارش‌ها ایران نمونه بومی این موشک روسی را توسعه داده. در ادبیات نظامی ایران این خانواده موشکی با عنوان سجیل شناخته می‌شود. موشکی با ویژگی‌های مشابه، دقت بالا و توان تخریبی قابل توجه.
سرچ مدیا